Hi everyone, it's Miss Gaddy again. So today I'm going to be doing a quick lesson over 12.1, which is on page 693. This should be the first day you are all working on measurement. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to talk about real quick, which hopefully you already went over your vocabulary cards that were purple. So the word estimating. So the word estimating really means to make a good guess. You don't always know how long something is, but you can estimate or you can guess how long you think it might be. And whenever we estimate, a lot of times we use the word about. So we would say the book is about 1 foot because we're not 100% sure. We're just making a good guess. With that in mind, let's go ahead and read our paragraph and find out what we need to do. So here we go. Your thumb is about 1 inch long. Use your thumb to find 3 objects that are each about 1 inch long. Draw the objects. From your elbow to your fingers is about 1 foot long. Use this part of your arm to find 3 objects that are each about 1 foot long. Draw the objects. All right. Now, you all know Miss Gaddy is not an artist, and I do not expect all of you guys to be artists either. So we're just trying to do the best we can. If drawing objects is too difficult for you and you'd rather write the words out, that's totally fine too. All right, so let's see. Today I'm going to use the color blue. All right, so the first thing we should always do whenever we have a paragraph is go back through it and underline our important information. You all know how to do that because every single day in math, when we were in class, we did that together. So I would like you to keep practicing that as much as you can so you don't forget to do that. All right, so the first thing I am going to underline is your thumb is about 1 inch long. So that's going to help me remember whenever I'm looking for inches, I will be using my thumb to measure. All right, the next thing that's important is your elbow to your fingers is about 1 foot long. So when I am ready to measure feet, I will be using pretty much my whole arm, your elbow to your finger. So that's pretty much your whole arm. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we are going to be measuring is our inch. So when we're measuring inches, we need to use our thumb. So for this, you can just have your thumb out, like you're giving a thumbs up, and go up to objects and just put it right next to it and see, is this about the same size? If it is, then it's probably about 1 inch. If it's not the same size as your thumb, then move on to the next item. So I've already got a few items that I measured beforehand. So I'll go ahead and start drawing it. And try not to laugh too much at my drawings. I know they are going to be pretty silly. Okay, so the first thing that I found that was about the same size as my thumb, 1 inch, is a paperclip. So I'm going to do my best to draw a paperclip. There we go, not too bad. All right, so, and if you have any of these same items at your house, you can use your thumb to measure it and check me, make sure that I'm correct. If I made a mistake, you can definitely message me because everyone makes mistakes sometimes. No one's perfect. All right, the next thing that I found that is about 1 inch, about the same size as my thumb, is a quarter. So for this, I'm just going to draw a circle, and I'm not even going to try to draw the faces. I'm just going to write how much it's worth because we all learned about money earlier, so we should all know how much a quarter is worth. The last thing I found that is about the same size as my thumb, which is 1 inch long, is a stamp. A stamp is what we use whenever you send a card and you put something in the, oops, that was supposed to be on the outside like that. Stamps have little ridges. Whenever you mail a card or anything, you have to put a stamp on it. And then sometimes they have little flowers on it. Sometimes it's a flag. They could all have different designs on it. That part doesn't really matter. what matters is how big it is. So when I put my thumb next to the stamp, it was about the same size. All right, so I have got 3 things for my inch, so let's go ahead and move on to my feet. So let's go back to our paragraph, and it says elbow to your fingers. So I'm going to be using, the bottom half of my arm for sure to measure things. Just like you used your thumb and you put it next to something, do the same thing. Put your arm next to something and see, is it about the same size or not? So when I did this, the first thing I found that was about the same size was a wooden spoon. My family uses a lot of wooden spoons to cook with, so we had plenty. That was not a very good one, but you understand what it was supposed to be. That is okay. All right, the next thing that I found was about the same size as my arm, which is about 1 foot, is a book. Now, books are all different sizes, so some books may not be a foot, some may be more than a foot, but again, we are estimating, so we're not looking for an exact measurement, we're just looking for a good guess. All right, the last thing that I measured with my arm that is about the size of a foot or length of a foot is my computer. So we'll try to, all right. This is my screen. Here's my keyboard, all of that. All right, not the best looking computer, but hopefully you understand what it's supposed to be. And maybe your iPads also might be the same length. I'm actually not sure about that because I don't have an iPad. So I'll draw it just in case, and you can check it out yourself and let me know, because that would be something new for me to learn. All right, so this is the end of lesson 12.1. I'm going to be doing another lesson over each one of these because measurement can be kind of confusing. So the next video I make will be over 12.2, which I think that is focusing more on just inches. So we're going to get to learn a lot more about inches and how big they are and how to use it. All right, so if you need any extra help after this video, please let me know and I can make more videos or message you, whatever you need me to do. Until then, I will see you guys later. Stay safe. All right, bye everyone.